everybody, this is EM, aka the Evolving Black Woman. If you're new here, you're most welcome. Welcome back to this channel. On this channel, I talk about issues that affect women and ways that women can start evolving into who they are meant to be. Now, I'm kind of excited. I don't know why I'm excited, but I know I am excited. I'm pretty excited because I know it may not mean a lot to a lot of people, but it means a lot to me. I went into the back office of my channel, and I kind of just realized that I have 50 subscribers. So 50 subscribers is gonna just literally allow me to go live, which I've been always wanting to do. Like, that's one of the big, I'm like, oh my god, just let me get there so I can just go live, right? So yeah. But besides that, as I said, welcome everybody to this channel. I'm literally getting ready for work, and I decided I was going to jump on because I do have some time, and I want to get into something that has been resting on my heart for a really long time. Now, the Evolving Black Woman channel, it's really a place where I want to create a digital footprint for myself. So when I kind of transition out of here, out of this physical realm, if my kids want to look back and just say, oh, this is my mom, right? They can have that, because YouTube is going nowhere in any hurry. We all know that, right? And of course, I want to be able to create content, and I want to do other things. One of my biggie in terms of people evolving is I want to be able to show younger women how to evolve with their health and their wealth and their everything, their way of thinking, their spiritual thinking, their mental, emotional, physical, right? Because as women and as humans, we're always evolving. But that is not what I wanted to come on here today and speak about. I just wanted to jump on, and I want to speak about something that, as I mentioned, is near and dear to me. Okay, so that's near and dear to me. But before I start, I just want to say thanks to those beautiful souls out there who would have gone and subscribed. And now I have 50 subscribers where I'm able to go live. So, I won't be like recording videos that much anymore, because if I can go live, I'll go live, and then I can, right? So yeah, so thank you people, thank you. So yeah, what I want to talk about today before I head out to work, right? I want to speak to my younger woman today about the universe and asking for things. So I think I'm just going to name this, Stop Asking the Universe for Things. Stop asking the universe for things, right? You don't have the capacity to manage. And I'm going to speak about some of my personal experience, and I want to encourage whoever spirit the algorithm decided that it wants to share this message with, that they would hear me, right? I have come to the point, and I've also come to a conclusion in my head that while I'm evolving, and while I'm learning so much about myself, I'm learning about new people, I'm learning about new culture, I literally had to go back and forgive myself, and also speak to myself in terms of things that I would have done that would have brought me here, and also things that I had to forgive myself on, like, ways, especially judging people. So I would talk about that. But yeah, things that you're asking the universe for that you don't have the capacity to manage, man. So this is how this video came about. I was in my quiet time, I was doing my own thing, and Spirit literally said to me, you are not ready for that. You are not ready for that. And I was like, what are you talking about? Right? And because I grew up in the church, right? I grew up in the church, and I still have a lot of texts, a lot of Bible texts in my head, so the first thing that came to my mind was, ask and it shall be given unto you, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open unto you, right? But sometimes, because God, Spirit, the universe, you ask, right? And the universe never goes back. God never goes back. Gaia never goes back, right? On the word, if you ask, you would be given, because it's balanced. Ask, given. Seek, find. Up, down. Out, in, right? I believe that sometimes we ask for things and we are not ready for them, and we don't have the capacity to manage them. So that is what I want to speak to you about today. I think I have 6 or 5 things that I just want to just go through quickly. And these are from my own experience. And I know that there may be someone out there who may be having or have had the same experience. So number 1, a new position at work. How many of us? How many of us? Because you may want to, and I'm not saying that we don't ever, like, I love money, right? I love money. You know, it's better to have, have some money, to help to make yourself financially independent and, stuff like that. But how much of us, right, have a job, and then we're asking the universe, you're asking God, oh my God, I need a new position, and I need to make more money, and you're asking. But most of the times, what a lot of us forget is that with a new position, and I learned that, right? With a new position, sometimes more money, more work, especially in this Western world. More money, more work. More money, more work. So as you're going up the ladder, to whom much is given, much is required. So my question is, you're asking for a new position at work, right? Are you ready? Are you ready? And do you have the capacity to fulfill what is required of that new position? So maybe you're just your supervisor, right? And you want to go one step up. You want to be a manager, a junior manager, right? Do you have the capacity? Do you have the time? Do you have the brain power to really go that extra mile? Because sometimes what I've learned is that when you're in management, when you're in admin positions, it's like if somebody below you doesn't show up, if a worker who is maybe a relief or somebody, you as a person who is in a management position, it's either you're filling that slack or you're finding somebody to fill that slack. So think about it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't ask. You should ask. But what I'm saying is that make sure that you have the capacity, you have the skill set, you have the patience that is needed, right, to fulfill this position or to keep this position, and not to get burnout and stuck and crazy in your head, right, when you ask for this position, right? I need a new job at work. Do you have the position, right? So that's number 1, right? And I do have my stuff written down. Number 2, right? You may not want a new higher position, but you may say, I need to have my own business. And as I said, I'm speaking from experience, because I do have my business on the side that I do, and I have children that I'm taking care of. I'm divorced. I have to take care of my girls. My boys are young adults. They can take care of themselves. But between working like a full-time job, right, and building a business on the side, we call it side hustle. I don't like saying that side hustle. It's kind of it's just something like, you're in a hurry to do something else. And sometimes I think that if you're in a hurry, that's a story for another day. But I really believe that if you're in a hurry to go somewhere doing something that it's, too hurry, I grew up in the Caribbean, and then sometimes it's like, where are you in a hurry to go? If you have to hurry to build a nest, it's not going to be stable. So hustle, no, ain't no side hustle. So my question is, right, And we're just asking, and I'm just sharing. Do you have the capacity to work a full-time job, take care of your children, do all these other things on the side, have a social life, and build a business? Maybe you just have to decide you have to choose, right? Because sometimes just may not work out the way that you want it to. Do you have the skills that is needed to manage your business? Do you have, do you have the organization skills? Right? Do you have the patience? Like, running a business is a lot of work. And where I'm at now, it's a lot of work. Sometimes I'm seeing a message from my director at some sort of times, and I'm like, I don't want that position, right? I don't want that position. But yeah, do you have the capacity? Do you have the capacity? Do you have the skills? Do you have the training to manage a business and manage it effectively without feeling burned out? So remember, we were speaking about asking the universe for things that you don't have the capacity, right? You don't have the capacity to manage. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't be able to go forward and do things, look for advancement. That's, growth. If you're not growing in life, if you're not expanding, you're shrinking or you're dying, right? So yes, my only question is, do you have the capacity? Do you have the capacity, right? Number 3, right? Number 3. And I think I'm just going to put some numbers. I just wrote them down, and I just wanted to come on here and just, just talk about them. But yeah, I want to speak about these because they are very important to me. So I think I have 6. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Yes, I have 6. Okay. Do you have the capacity? Sometimes you say, like, for me, I'm sharing my story. So when I lived back home in the Caribbean, I have a beautiful house. I had vehicles, but when I decided I was going to move and live in Toronto, I chose to live downtown, closer to, everything, my work, school, university, and stuff like that, because I didn't want to be all over the place. And for those of you who know, Canada is a cold country. Like, this place is cold. So I don't want to be at no bus stop somewhere out rural somewhere looking for no bus or waiting on no bus and getting all frostbites and all. So yeah, beside the point. I decided that I was gonna live downtown, live in an apartment that I can afford, and that story for another day. I think I literally did a video on why I chose to live downtown when I came to Canada, my experience and why. So I have a why I've been having, and as I'm evolving, I have a why for my doing everything. Why are you doing an EM? Like I always say that. Why are you doing an EM? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? What's the outcome? What is it going to be? How is it going to serve you? What are the benefits? Right? So, yeah. So number 3, a new home. That's why I was talking about the apartment. So I remember when I just moved, yes, I was living a bit outside, like an hour by transit. And I was had this beautiful house, fireplace and everything. And I realized it was kind of a burning me out, right? I had to go to school. I was taking care of my daughter at that time was young, right? She was 7, 6, 7, right? And I had to come to school, and then I have to get back home, and you have to clean the house, and you have to do this and do that, and you have to make sure that you're working, you're going to school, because you have to afford that. You need to be able to afford your rent. You need to be able to buy food. You need to be able to have money to pay transit. All of those things, those necessities of life when you live in Canada or any big countries, right? You need to, because it's not going to be pretty, right? So I decided I was going to move closer, where there are certain places that I can walk to, and I wasn't going to buy a car. I made up my mind I wasn't going to buy a car just yet while I'm living downtown, and I didn't want a house anymore to live in. So I got an apartment. I'm able to manage this because this is what I've set my mind to in the now. And I believe for some, and I'm not judging anyone, but for some of us, sometimes we don't consider, right, about how are we going to make this happen, right? We just jump into it because maybe we want to please people. I know people who say, oh, you leave your country and you live in an apartment in Canada. Yes, I do. And I'm very happy in my apartment. Oh, I can see my queen too. I can see her right there. Can you guys see her? She's right there. See, she's right there over me. Oh my, the pharaohs and some of my ancestors, they're right behind me, right? They're right behind me. I'm in my office space, right? So yeah, a new home. You want a new home. Are you able to? There's so much. I have friends who, I have friends who own home, who buy homes, and it's a lot. It's property taxes, then you have yearly this, you have maintenance. If something go wrong in the house in the winter, pipe bursts because it's frozen, you need to find a plumber. All those things are money, right? And as I said before, it's not that you don't want things, but ask yourself, do you have the capacity, right, to manage? Because I'm going somewhere with this. I'm literally going somewhere with this, right? I'm going somewhere with this. So, think about it. Do you have the capacity, right? Number 4. Number 4 is a biggie for me. And as I'm evolving, as I said, as I'm learning new things, this channel has a name for a reason, the Evolving Black Woman. If you're not evolving, you're dying. Change is a constant. So for people who think, oh, no, I don't change, I'm the same, you're lying. You're lying, okay? Because I change. When I leave, when I turn this phone off, and I go and I get my purse, my bag, and I put everything together and I'm walking through that door, I'm a different person. I'm not the same person, right? I have moves. I'm a different person. So we change. Change is a constant. So, for people who... but yeah, back to what I was saying. Are you ready, right? So I said, are you ready to have friends, right, who you are loyal to? Are you? Sometimes they say, oh God, universe, I want somebody, I want friends, my friends are nothing. And are you ready to be loyal to those friends? Are you ready to stick your neck out for those friends, right? Because sometimes we may just want friends because of friends' sake, but are we ready? Are you ready to have friends that / who you are loyal to? Think about it. Think about it. A lot of us have friends, and I do have friends, and I'm loyal to my friends because one of my core values is loyalty. And if I have an issue with any of my friends, guess what? I'm going to them. I'm like, yeah, you are not getting away with this. You are not doing this. This is not happening. This is not how it's going to be. I say what is on my mind respectfully, right? Respectfully, not with condemnation, not with judgment, but with respect. Because I believe in friendship. That's one of my fundamentals, right? Friendship. So ask yourself, are you ready to be loyal to a friend? Are you loyal to yourself? That's a biggie, right? Because if you're not loyal to yourself, you're not going to be loyal to any of your friends. I'm telling you that now, right? So you think about it. You're asking the universe for friends. Oh, I need this. I need to have a friend. I need somebody to stick closer to me. I need this. I need somebody. But are you loyal? Do you have the capacity to be loyal to a friend or friends? Can they come to you? Can you be accountable? Can you be what is it to call it? Can you be that rock for them when something is up? and they don't want to go out there and speak to anybody? Or can you be that friend that they can say, they can pour their heart out to, they can come and they can cry to, and that person know that whatever they say to you, stay in that space, in that safe space? Are you ready to create safe space for people who you call friends, who you want to be in your life? Are you ready for that? A lot of us are not, right? And as I said, I'm going somewhere with this, right? I'm going somewhere with this. Number 5, more money. And this one is what Spirit wanted to slap me about, right? I was like, oh my God, I need some more money. But I remember in the Bible, right, about the talents. And I also remember growing up, and my grandmother would say, she would always say, it's not how much money you work for, it's what you do with that money. It's about management, right? So as I was evolving and I was shifting and changing my mindset about money and riches and wealth, me personally, I believe the stage where I'm at now, I'm rich. I'm filthy rich. I'm wealthy. Because, and I don't like comparing, but I'm going to give my whole definition around why I say I'm rich, I'm wealthy. If you are able to pay your, if you have a home, you're able to pay your monthly loan. If you're living in a condo, you're able to pay your your rent. If you have a car and you're able to put gas in it, if you have a transit ticket and you're able to put funds onto it that you can go back and forth to work, if you're able to cook food, if you're able to go outside and stand and breathe in the fresh air, you're rich. If you're able to pay all your bills, all of them, every month, and still be able to put at least, say, $1,000, $500, even if it's $50, if you're able to save $50 and put it away in your savings account, you are rich. You are rich in that moment, right? Because you may ask God for more money, but are you able to manage that $4,000 that you get every month after the Canada Revenue take what they want? Are you, right? Are you able to manage that? Are you able to manage that $2,000 that you get every month? Are you able? So more money. Before you start asking the universe for more money, pause and think, am I able to manage? Am I managing what I have? Am I being a good steward with what I have? Now, that spirit is able to trust me enough, right, to do this, to have more that I can manage and it can expand, right? Are you able to? Are you able to manage? Do you have the capacity? Do you have the ability to do that? To manage that small bit of money that you are getting? Are you able to do that? So think on that, right? Think on that. Number 6. I think this is the last one. As I said, I have to get to work. Oh, I have to get to work, right? Relationship, and romantic relationship especially. I'm not going to share much here, but I can say, just like I came to Canada, and let's just say that it was a situation that happened that I shouldn't have allowed to happen, and it happened. And now it's a big divorce and doing the damn thing, right? But yeah, think about it, my people. Are you ready? When you say, oh, I need a relationship, I need to be married, are you ready? Like, are you ready for to having another person share your space? Are you ready to compromise on people and their bad habits? Like, are you ready for all of that? like relationship, not that I'm like I have to say it all the time, my mind is changed. Like I've changed around, so my ideals and the things that have been thought, like so much have changed. And it's like I wasn't ready. That's why I end up being divorced 3 times. Right? That's why I end up being divorced 3 times, because I was not ready. And I keep asking and asking and asking, and I wasn't doing the work. That's why I wasn't, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. But I wanted to be married, and I wanted to be hooked up with somebody, and but I wasn't ready, right? So the whole gist of this is, stop asking God, Gaia, the spirit, the divine creator, for things you are not ready to manage until you start or you begin to manage those things in your life, to manage the little things that you have, right? Stop asking. A new position. How are you positioning yourself? When you think about you, while you work, are you working on yourself? Are you working to elevate your consciousness? What are you doing? Work on you first before you ask for a new position. Elevate yourself first, right? Work on yourself and elevate yourself. Put yourself in a new position. Give yourself new outlook, foresight, right? Before you can go and ask for that position at work. In terms of your business, are you handling your business? As in your business, before you want to go out there and handle somebody else's business or start a business and do all of that. Are you handling that, right? Are you handling your business? How are you taking care of yourself? You finding time to breathe? A lot of us, we talk about business and hustle. How is your hustle? You're always in a hustle, in a bustle to go somewhere to get something that is stressing you out some more, right? And then you have to use that money that you make from the hustle to go to the doctor because you're on a hustle, right? So are you ready? Number 3, a new home. Are you taking care of this temple? Are you? Are you taking care of this temple? Are you taking care of this home? This one. Because that's where it all starts, right? You have to take care of this one first. Take care of this home first. And then Spirit, Gaia, God, Divine would grant you the desires of your heart, because you would be ready to manage those desires, right? And the same thing for friendship. Be friends with yourself first. A lot of us do not like ourselves. A lot of us don't. But we want to be out there. We want friends. A lot of us are not even loyal to ourselves. And I used to be like that too, right? A lot of us are not loyal to ourselves. But guess what? We want friends, and we think we can be loyal to friends. No. You have to be loyal to yourself first before you can be loyal to anyone else, right? Number, well, I don't even want to go to a number, but in terms of money, right? Are you investing in you first before you go to asking for more from spirit? Are you? No. And I said, I'm using these because these are things that I would have experienced. And I wish that a lot of us would just sometimes just pause and listen to people who have had the lived experience, because we don't want you to repeat it, right? We don't want you to repeat it, right? And relationship, romantic, are you falling in love with yourself before you're out there looking for someone to fall in love with? Are you? Think on these things, because if you don't think on these things, guess what? You're going to keep repeating patterns, and you're going to do all of this, and you're going to come back crying, and then you're just going to keep going around in circles. And I'm not a relationship expert. I'm just here sharing my thoughts, sharing what I've gone through, because I don't want someone out there to repeat this, to be having this experience. Because I believe in my heart of hearts that we are all here to have some experience that we can share if we're actualized enough, if we have evolved enough, that we are here to share it. And it doesn't have to be on YouTube. You can meet someone And you can share something with them because Spirit wanted you to share that with them so that they can have an eye opening of, holy cow, look, this is happening to me, or this person had this experience. Oh, let me pause and let me think, right? I believe that. And like in the Bible, and as I said, I don't subscribe to religion, but I do read different books. I read different books all the time. I have a lot of insights on a lot of things. I read a lot. So as the Bible say, right? The older woman, and I'm a mature woman, right? I'm a mature woman. The older women are to teach the younger women. What are the things that we're teaching them, right? But unless you evolve, unless you're actualized, then you wouldn't be in that mind frame to teach and show and guide and direct, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with all of my beautiful people, my 50 subscribers. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'm gonna literally start going live instead of recording, right? That's what I wanted to share with you. I wanted to share with you that thought process. Stop asking the universe for things if you know in your hearts of hearts that you don't have the capacity to manage. But when you decide you're going to work on yourself, you're going to start vetting, you're going to start leaning into yourself, you're going to learn yourself, you're going to love yourself, you're going to invest in yourself, you're going to be loyal to yourself, right? You're going to take steps to elevate your consciousness. Then you would know, and Spirit would tell you that you are ready for these desires that you are asking for. Okay, so I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for being here. I pray that the universe direct this video to someone who needs to hear it. And with that, I am out of here. Thank you again, and see you next time. This is EM, the Evolving Black Woman. Bye now.